And I am honored for her to come up here and share her message. Whoa, 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 whoa. Go Canada, go Canada, go Canada, go Canada. You better put some, you better put some, you better put some, you better put some. This plane got a condo up on Biscayne, 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 Biscayne. Okay. So I'm the type of person, whatever I want, I go after it. Right. So, for me to be here, I had to manipulate the system. And that's exactly what I did. So, first and foremost, I want to say thank you, Titi, for having us here. Thank you for this amazing family that you just put together. We are family for life. And I want everyone to give a round of applause to TT. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, how many of you remember your favorite childhood cartoon? Does anybody remember their favorite child cartoon? What was yours? Smurf? Why?
Yep, thank you.
Little blue people?
Mine was Courage the Cowardly Dog.
What? Why?
Because no matter how much he's scared, he's still safe and family.
Love it.
He still has the courage to do it.
Love it. Anybody else care to share? Go ahead. Why?
Because he always solved the mystery.
I love it. Go ahead, Sweetie.
Flintstones.
Why?
Because no matter shoe or knife, that's where they had to go in the car.
Yes. Anybody else want to share?
Bugs Bunny.
Oh, I love me some Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Why?
Bugs Bunny because it had all the characters, the chicken and all of them. All of it was just Bugs Bunny with all the characters. It had different personalities.
Good. Anybody else? That's it? Okay, so mine was Tom and Jerry.
Oh, I love that.
That cat was determined to get that rat. And guess what always happened? He always failed. But he never gave up. He kept going. And what I love about Tom, every time that obstacle, which was the rat, that damn Jerry, got in his way, he come up with a new plan.
Wow.
And he always come up with another plan. But the obstacle kept getting in his way. But he never gave up. You know why? His mind was made up. There's power in a made up mind. I like your story. The first time your mind was made up, that's why you went back. But the second time, what happened? Nothing was going to get you to go back to that house. Your mind was made up. When you make up your mind to do something, anything that you want, guess what happened? The universe and God will conspire together to make sure that you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. But your mind gotta be you have to be in a position where you say, this is what I want, and that's it. But there's things that is going to get in your way. And there's things that you got to know how to overcome before you could live your desired life. And I'm going to share those three things with you. One of them is called your definite of purpose. Why is it that you desire whatever it is that you desire? Whatever it is. We all have different desires. For me, I have 4 children. 2 are adults. I don't worry about them no more. I have 2 young ones, 11 and 4. My 11-year-old, the first 4 or 5 years of his life, I had no clue. It was a blur to me. I was doing 2 jobs and going to school. I used to take 3 to 4 classes a week. So that meant the time at home, I was busy doing homework. My family member took care of my children. I'm not ashamed to say it, but that was my life. The second thing that happened to me is I worked in a very tough toxic environment for 16 long years. And when I say toxic, from the minute I entered that door, I was fighting. I single-handedly convinced over 500 employees to form a union because the way the place was toxic. 98% of employees voted yes, just to show you how toxic the environment was. In 2017, I went through what I call my rock bottom, because sometimes we got to get there. I went through this depression. I didn't even know what it was. But because I'm in the mental field, I recognized that something was wrong. Because I would drive to work every day, and 3 out of 4 I was calling in sick and I was at the parking lot next door. And I'll just go to a park until my time was done, and then I'll go back home. I always had an excuse why I couldn't go to work. But guess what? I was there. I just couldn't go through those doors. November 2017, I went to my doctor and got a sick note to be on sick leave, so I took unpaid sick leave. And one day I dropped my kids off at school, and I went home. And I sat at my kitchen table, and I sat there, and I said, God, there's no way I'm going back. I am not going back. I'm going to sit right here until you tell me exactly what you want me to do. And I sat there, and I heard a voice in my head said, start your own business. I've never thought about starting a business in my life. I don't even know no business owner. And all the ideas just kept going in me. That's who I am. Like everything about the business kept just... And I sat there and I said, but God, if I do this, the one thing that I desire is freedom to be with my children. And if I do this business, I'm not going to have any freedom, because I know the field that I'm in. I despise the organization that I work for, but I love what I do. So I understand that the field that I was in was very demanding. And right away, God said to me, I said, but I need freedom. I need freedom to be with my children. And he said, you need a partner, business partner, and he showed me exactly who that person was. I called the person and said, this was a friend that just finished school. She just completed her behavioral analyst. So it was perfect within the line that I was in. And I called her and I said, we're going into business together. And she said, I got to pray about it. And I said, you pray and I'll plan. And I'm going to show you how God put everything, like the universe and God just conspired to make things happen for you. And I start planning. 80% of the business plan I did. Because what? The vision was within me. Not in her, within me. But whatever prior she did, God told her to give me half the money. And she just trusts in my ability that I didn't even know I had. Because I never had in the business sense. I've been, but everything about the business was just planted within me. And I started to plan, and every step of the way, lawyer fee, everything, she gave me after money, and she was there. And she will testify that she has no clue. She was just saying yes, 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 yes. We're in business 3 years now. Right? So that's just an example of everything, if you make up your mind, everything will work in order for you. The next three thing is, the second thing that you need to be willing to do is to fight against all odds. You have to be able to fight for whatever you want. Because yes, the universe will conspire, but it's not just going to give it to you.
Right.
You got to prove that you want it. So, January 2018, I went back to my job. I got a doctor's note, went back. Same day I quit. Gave them my 2 weeks notice. I went back just to give them my 2. You know what? I wasn't going to quit. I wasn't going back. I was just going to quit. There was a voice in me that said, like God just speak to me, because I listen. You got to be obedient to that inner voice. And God said to me, you need to go back and leave on good terms. And I said, okay. And I went back to the doctor, I think it was a Tuesday. I said, I'm ready to go back to work full duty, no restriction. And he said, when? I said, tomorrow. And he gave me the note, I sent it in, and by the next day I was at work. And I gave them my 2 weeks notice. And 2 weeks later, between that 2 weeks is when I launched my business. So I'm just going to show you all, you got to fight all odds. And I remember 2 weeks after I quit, it was 8 p.m. at night. And before I even get to that, my business partner, she suffered from sciatica in her hand. So we decided that the field that I'm in, we support people with disability, and we specialize in complex needs and behavioral. So you need all your strength at all time. You need to be physically able. So we decided, because we just launched a business, she decided to do the surgery. So she had stitches down her hands. And 2 weeks after I quit, a parent from the job that I just quit called me crying. And she's like, Nakeisha, I don't know. All these years you're there with my son, he never got in any trouble. Those 2 months that you were off, he was just getting in trouble. He was getting in trouble. He was getting in trouble. And that day that she called me, her child was just suspended. They had to call police twice within that week. And she's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And that day, because I have chronic pain, I was experiencing muscle spasm in my back. So I was walking like this. And I was like, God. And I said, I'll call you back. And I'm like, God, what am I going to do? And I called her and I said, I think we just got our first client. And then when I explained to her the type of person, she's like, but we can't do that. Your back is out, and I got stitches in my hand. And we're like, oh my goodness. And we're like back and forth. And my husband and my older son started laughing at us. And my company's called Beyond Services, Choice Matters. And they kept saying, look at you all. Y'all see you're beyond and you can't even go beyond. And they were laughing at us. And because they laughed at us, we said, you know what? These two half is going to make one.
That's right.
And I called her back and I said to her, I just launched my business. That's why I quit. I could pick up your son tomorrow. And these are my rate. I was even afraid to say my rate because I thought it was too high. And my lawyer, my business partner was like, no. We have the qualification. This is what we work. We're in competition with the big guys. We got to charge the big guys money. So I gave her my rate. And she said, okay, you could be there tomorrow? I was like, yeah, guess what? 3 years in?
Wow.
Over $100,000 at one client a year. But if I did not fight the odds, the universe and God would look at me and say, girl, you're not ready yet. And I would have lost out on that client. The next thing, the third thing that you need to think about is we have to have a burning desire for whatever it is that you want. I want you all to just take a moment and stop your breath for 10 seconds. Just stop breathing for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. How did it feel when you couldn't breathe? Who could tell me? How did it feel? Anybody? Go ahead.
I didn't think I was going to make it to number 10.
Anybody else care to share?
Suffocated.
Suffocated. Your burning desire needs to suffocate the life out of you. If it doesn't do it, when stuff hit the fan, you don't have it within you to fight. You see, my burning desire is my 2 children, the 2 young ones. Because you know what? I was busy chasing money and giving them a life that I never had. I raised myself at 16. I was living in a big city all by myself. So I made a promise that my children will have everything their heart desire. And guess what? They do. I live in a nice neighborhood. I have a 5-bedroom house, 3 bathrooms. I'm living a good life. I bought a 2019 car in 2018. I'm living a good life, but that's not what my children wanted. My children needed me. My focus wasn't right. And that's why I was so unhappy. Guess how much hours I work a day now? Anybody could guess? 5, I wish. I'm working towards that. I work 20 hours or less a week.
A week? Oh.
A week. Some days I leave my house for 3 hours. The most I leave my house is 6 hours.
Wow.
If the school called, for any reason, I could be there.
Wow.
The other day, I don't know who I was talking to. I took a client to swim. My 2 kids were with me. My daughter faked sick so she could come to work with me because it's fun. You know, the other day my son wanted something. He said, "Mommy, I'll come and work with you because I want X, Y, Z because they have to earn it." And I said, "Okay, you come, watch him." You know, I'm sitting there, but I have to give them something to do because it's fun what I do. I could include my children. It's a win-win situation. So when you make up your mind to do something, trust me, you will achieve it. I want you guys to repeat something after me. And this is something, like someone's talking about mantra. I live by mantra. You see, when things are not going... You know what I was doing last night? I was up at 3:30. I'm going to show you how I am. And I couldn't sleep. I'm like, Lord, I had to write a letter and close my company down for 3 weeks. I'm going to email that letter to all my families today. Because my city is closed. I have to go in quarantine. I have to be away from my children for 2 weeks. I have to lock up into a room. Just because I'm here. But I appreciate being here. And what I was doing last night was figuring, hey, so now I got to make some money. And then I did an online workshop, which I'm going to post on Monday. And it's going to be sold out. You understand me? And I did that last night. So whatever obstacle, when you know, like definite purpose, willing to fight all odds, and you have to have that burning desire. And one of the things that I say to myself, which I want you guys to repeat after me, everything I desire in life, it desires me too.
All right. Yes.
Can you guys repeat that for me? Everything I desire in life, it desires me too. And I want you to mean it. Because everything you desire, know that it needs you too. So just repeat it like you mean it. Ready? Everything I desire in life, it desires me too. And thank you guys. I appreciate you guys so much.